Hello, welcome to my podcast called Charlie.mind. I'm Charlie and I'm so excited to finally present this episode to you. I love self-development and my goal is simple, to share my journey and hopefully to inspire you. Just a quick note before we start. English is not my first language, but I decided to share my thoughts anyway. Today, I will share specific tips on how to be truly successful. And it all starts with one sentence. Success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by the person you become. And honestly, I've been thinking about this sentence a lot. Most people are addicted to chase. They run after titles, possessions, and all the stuff. We see the hustle culture everywhere. But the right question should be, who am I really becoming in the process? Because if you are constantly chasing, then you will be perpetually behind. And to understand why we fail, we need to understand the word itself, the origin. It comes from the Latin succedere. It's a combination of sup, meaning after, and cedere, meaning to go. So it means to come after or to follow. Because success is not a starting point, it's a byproduct. If you are really becoming the person, success has no choice but to follow you. If I wanted to put success into an equation, it would look like this. Vision plus identity times action equals success. Now, let's break down the variables so you can really understand the math. Vision is your direction, knowing exactly what you want. And identity is who you are, your values, your character. And these two are the foundation. But notice that these two are also in brackets, because the real power comes from outside. It's an action. And this is so important. And this is why this equation only then makes sense. Because action is a multiplier. You can have $1 billion vision, you can have a mindset of a king. But if there is no action, the result is zero. Most people spend their lives perfecting what is inside the brackets, but they never really put the multiplier to work. So, the $1 million question is, how do I become truly successful? Is there some secret formula? Is there really some piece of advice? Or is it all just some bullshit? There is really no magic. There is nothing that will instantly just give you success overnight. But there are principles. And these principles will lead you to be a successful person. It's the framework that will put you on the right track and give you the clarity you need. So principle number 1 is define your own success. This is very important. Stop living by scripts of your parents, of your coworkers, of people around you, but ask yourself, what does success mean to me really? You need to know exactly what you are building. Otherwise, it's someone else's dream. And I guess life's too short to live someone else's dream. You have to go for your dreams no matter what. And it all starts with defining what you really want. I'll give you an example. You would like to finish a skyscraper. You probably know how to do it. And you really finish the work. But you will hate living in it. So what's the point there? Number 2 is build your identity, not goals. Goals have an end. Identity is forever. Don't just try to become someone or do something, but be really the person. Become the person who is capable of holding that achievement. I will give you another example. I want to be a musician. I would love to be successful at it. I am telling myself I am a musician and I'm doing all the small necessary steps towards my dream. And this is the key. Number 3, remove distractions. This is also very important. Remove all the toxic people, all the bad content you consume. This is so important in today's world. It's even more important because we are so distracted by all the stuff. Remember that clarity is your greatest competitive advantage. Every piece of information is something that shapes your life. Like every minute you spend, every second you spend, every person you talk to. So it's very important to have people who will inspire you, who will push you towards your goals, not the people who just don't really wish you the best, right? Number 4, and this is so hard for a lot of people, take full responsibility. Most people don't really take responsibility. They think, well, it's someone else's fault. They think that when is the right time, I will do it, not now because something and that. No, it doesn't matter. Just take full responsibility. Even though you're in a situation and it's not really your fault, just take full responsibility and then you will become truly successful. When you blame external factors, you give them a power over you. When you take responsibility, you take the power back. It's easy to blame the wind when your boat is off course. But remember, you are the one that's holding the sail. So stop blaming your ex, your boss, your parents, and so on. Just take full responsibility, take the power back, and change the direction of your life. Because the only person who can do it is only you. And the last one, number 5, is consistency and discipline. The bridge between your dreams and the reality is, guess what? Discipline. It's not really about big steps. Well, sometimes we do some big steps, but usually it's about these small, boring, everyday steps, this boring routine. And a lot of people don't understand this one. They think that they have to do some big bang, but it's not really about that. It's about small, consistent steps every single day towards my dreams. You don't really become successful on the day you win, but you do actually become successful in the months of discipline that preceded the victory. I'll give you another example. I love examples and I guess they are good for imagination. It's like hitting a rock 100 times with a hammer. For 99 times, nothing really happens. For the 100th time, the rock breaks. What a shame would it be to stop at 99, right? These are my tips. And as I said before, it's not about magic. It's not about a success overnight. It's about learning these principles so you can become eventually successful when you reprogram yourself, when you change really your mind and the direction of your life. Now, I want to give you a challenge. No phone, no music, no distractions, just you, a pen, and some piece of paper. And I would like you to write down what does success really mean to you. Not your parents, not anyone else, only to you. And when you finish, look at your daily habits. Are they really aligned with your goals? Or is there some space for a change? If there is some space for a change, then do it. And do it today, not tomorrow. Do it now. Because this one decision can really change the course of your life. And I think a lot of people don't really realize that their goals are not really theirs, but someone else's. So we often tell ourselves that I will make it when it's the right time, when something else changes, when I feel better, when this and that. But that's all bullshit. It doesn't work like this. You don't become a person by some achievement, but first you become the person, so you attract and achieve these things. From all of this, this is the most important message. So look at your life right now. Are you really building a foundation? Are you really going towards your dreams? Or is there some distraction, something that you think right now, maybe I should change something? The world doesn't really need another successful person. It needs a person who is disciplined, person who is by himself, and a person who have the courage to walk its own path. And there is this last quote by Henry Ford: whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So that's it for today's episode. I hope I gave you some new lens through which you look at your own success. And I really appreciate your time and your attention. And since this is my first episode, I would appreciate your feedback. And if you found a value in what you heard today, please consider subscribing so you don't miss the next one. And leave a comment or a like and let me know what success really means to you. Your input helps me where this podcast goes next. So take the challenge, what we talked about, and remember, stop chasing, start building a foundation. And I promise you one day you will become a very successful person. I'm Charlie, and I see you in the next one.